Hi, this is Jennifer Geddes with Keller Williams Realty. Today I'm going to talk to you about when is the right time to buy or if it's better to wait. Today, Jason Fallon with Movement Mortgage is joining me. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jen. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks so much for joining us. So I wanted to discuss what buyers should be considering when deciding when is the right time to buy or not. So what do you think are the key factors for buyers to consider in today's market?
That's a great question. I think there are three major factors today that should be taken in consideration by buyers. The first is, what are property values going to be doing? I think the second is the nature of the rate market. And I think the third area is potential tax benefits. I think those are three salient areas that should be seriously considered.
Okay, so those are definitely some interesting points. Love to dig deeper into. So some clients are considering if waiting will result in a better situation as the market starts to cool off a bit. Do you think that prices are going to lower, and how do you think that'll impact things?
Yeah, this is a very, very important thing. And since I deal with dozens of clients monthly, this is a question I'm starting to get more and more. And unfortunately, all the data that we're seeing at this point is stating the opposite, that property values are not going to come down. They're going to continue to go up at a decent percentage clip, at least more in line with what the national average typically would be for a typical market. And unfortunately, that means the longer that you wait, the higher the values are going to be. So you're going to end up paying more the longer you wait.
Okay. So how do you think appreciation comes into play with the total cost of potentially waiting to buy?
Yeah, that's great. I actually rely on Barry Habib, who is one of the great pundits and prognosticators in this arena of what's going on with the market as far as rates and obviously appreciation. And they're saying that basically in the next 3 months in the Philadelphia region, property values should be going up a little over 3%. It'll be a little over 5% in the next 12 months. 2 years should be close to 9%, and over 3 years, it'll be a little over 12.5% of appreciation. So there is not going to be any type of decline in Barry's mind. And like I said, he's one of the most respected people in this field. And unfortunately, that means that the longer you wait, basically, we can quantify that, it's going to cost you a lot of money.
Okay, great. So appreciation still continuing to rise is basically what you're seeing happen.
Yeah, the only thing that's coming down is the level of appreciation is coming down, but that doesn't mean property values are coming down. They're still going to be on the rise.
Okay, gotcha. So, and how do you think interest rates is going to impact the buyer's total cost of purchasing now versus waiting?
I think this is the one that's going to affect clients the most, unfortunately. Interest rates have been on the rise for the last 4 months due to I think you'd have to be living on a rock if you didn't hear about 40-year highs with regards to inflation. And the Federal Reserve has very limited tools in their toolkit. And unfortunately, one of those tools is to raise interest rates. That doesn't directly affect mortgage interest rates, but they're at this point kind of running parallel at this point. And if we're seeing rates continue at the trajectory that they're going to continue to rise here, or even if they kind of start to level off, you're still going to see a large increase in monthly payments, unfortunately, in the coming weeks, months, and years.
Okay. Can you give an example of the cost for buyers with waiting across kind of those other factors that you mentioned?
Yeah. I mean, actually, Barry has kind of quantified that to a degree. Now, he is being very conservative with the rate at which interest rates are expected to increase. But on a $300,000 home at a 3% appreciation clip here, you would be potentially losing about $9,000. Over a year, it would cost you about $16,000 of lost appreciation, $26,000 of lost appreciation, and then about $38,000 of lost appreciation over the next 3 years. So those are big numbers.
Okay. Wow, definitely some big numbers to consider. So in considering all of those things, what else would be some other factors you suggest buyers consider if they're deciding whether to buy now or wait?
I think there's a universal factor. I think that the mortgage interest deduction, it's one of the few things that hasn't been written out of the tax code yet. One of the things we as citizens still have to our benefit. And that could affect potentially a tax return by thousands of dollars. I mean, it does lower your realized income or adds to your tax return by thousands of dollars potentially, or it could lower your tax liability by thousands of dollars. So that's certainly something that should be factored in as well.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that information. It was certainly helpful. Jason's information will be listed below. So if anyone wants to talk further about this or to get pre-approved, only takes 5 to 10 minutes. Appreciate you joining us again, Jason. And thank you everyone for watching. Let us know how we can help you. Have a great day.
Always here to help. Thanks.